Smoke's now postured, ready to rock and roll. So yeah, it's looking like at least they should very well find the site here, FlyQuest. Buying their time. Brackets control now secured. Icy's got that information. Yet to rotate. They do start to pull over Electronic. But again, it looks like it actually may be. And around the world, oh no, here we go. This is where it starts to potentially get a little bit dicey for the side of FlyQuest. Icy's just popped himself on towards the site, but they've made the call. Okay, they've shifted it. Not going to be baited out by that one at all. Now Icy starting to feel the pressure. Regali finds him, and that is an immediate rough position to find yourself in. I'm sure Virtus.pro are going to give it a crack, but oh man, still good opening here from FlyQuest.
Let's see what they can cook here in the post plant. VP having a sniff up mid. If they can maybe find themselves 1 or 2 picks, they're going to be going for it. And there you go, Electronic. Not going to be followed by any of the troops though, so it looks like it might just be damage to the economy that he's after. Flash for him, over towards short. He'll have a squeeze. But FlyQuest, great discipline just to lock themselves in on site and make sure that the first pistol is in the bag. Electronic towards long now is going to have his card seen, but oh, it's looking a little bit crazy. Also, there's rain coming in my window. Give me a sec, Mitch.
Australia moment.
Okay, disrespecting the smokes. But VP this time will reinforce the A site a little earlier. Electronic going to be spotted over towards the cutoff, but there is going to be a solid crossfire. Him and Flammus tearing through FlyQuest completely. But short is still vulnerable, and the A site may get taken. Ins wants to try and get this one planted, but will go to site instead. It's dangerous, but the 4v2 still not the best situation for VP to be in, especially with Flit falling.
Ins finding one, though, is absolutely massive here. Liaz now pulling away back towards the side. It's going to be awkward. Flammus, though, goes solo. Liaz may have been an opportunity there for him, but now they're going to try and clear through the apartments. If they go forward, if they find this one member in Fame, maybe there's going to be an opportunity, but already wrapping into apartments, surely they'll be able to spot out Liaz here, and they do. Now, surely absolutely done here for Ins. He gives it a solid crack. A good old shake of the sauce bottle, Mac, but 3 alive for Virtus.pro. Great recovery here. But they will be held by that smoke at Freezer's side. So now looking towards Boiler. Liaz. Oh, it's going to be awkward here. Flammer surely going to find the spot. Doesn't see the head, but it's information traded. Now as they try to spot their way in towards brackets, this is an opportunity now for Icy. There he is, opening up the chain. And Regali will take the line back, but now they creep their way into apartments. This is going to be a tough breakout mission in the apartments towards side of AMAC.
50 on the clock. What util have we got here? Icy, a decent kit. Electronic, nothing. And Flammus, just a flash. But no smoke to block. So if FlyQuest want to go, they get to go unless the guns say so. Or even no. And that's exactly what they're yelling. Bomb on the ground and the round in the bag for VP. Look, Carrigan, still the absolute GOAT on phase. He ain't going anywhere. I don't expect a lot of these others to either.
Look at this contest now, Mac. Big dunk. Oh, the double up onto Fame. Down to 8 points of HP, but I think when this smoke does fade into obscurity, it could get a little awkward. He's watching that line. Nedic spotted. No opportunity for a trade either. Still kicking. Ins has to swing drive, but he does catch onto Flit. Maybe a chance here in getting towards the B position, but it's just going to be Electronic finding his line again. Fame has pulled away immediately. 1-for-1 exchange. HP going the way of FlyQuest still, and the complete rotation away. Electronic thinks he's got the call here.
That was a really nice timing on the trade for Ins as well, making sure that Nedic didn't fall for free and that there was something found in the round. Liaz falling on the lurk as he tried to make his way back towards mid, and as this is all going down, they hear these smokes blooming. They make the read knowing, man, that was the lurker. He was trying to make his way back, so they are going to swiftly rotate, but in the 4v3, if they can't get a pick on the way to side, which they will, Vexite into the grave. And it's looking like a very brave one for these two individuals, Regali and Ins. There's a long way to go to win the round.
Yeah, absolutely. And with 3 members coming through, Regali is going to be able to find the opener. Fame trained on towards the line. They did manage to get that bomb planted now, but with that utility going up and over, Regali on an island. Inns does find one. It's all going to be on to the Romanian man to see if he can hold on. Narrowly missing the shot there. Flamis, great push in, great aggression. Nice and methodical from Virtus.pro, shutting out FlyQuest. But I can't help but feel they maybe were a little bit too regimented there, FlyQuest. They took way too long to get in the site. Should have been a call. The second Liaz was taken down in mid.
Just being thorough with it. Great timing on that re-smoke of Banana.
It's going through.
The flash is great, but Flit has thread the needle on a timing. Trigger discipline, damn good, but Netic wants to trade at UMP. Not the best tool for the job. And Flit finds an upgrade and probably the round off the back of it. Speed up on the A site now as Flamis on the pit side is ready. Vertical spray transfer. It's lovely for VP. But breaks a couple of hearts in this country.
Oh man,
Regali 1v5 ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know, man. You know, finding that opening pick and then allowing 2 to... Pressure's on for FlyQuest. Desperate round for them to try and win, but they move straight down mid. Are they going to be ready for this here? I don't think Inns is actually looking down towards bottom mid. Icy onto that line. Narrowly misses the shot. Surely they've got a bit of a better call here. Smoked off Icy, trying to sort of slip the net now. Really, really awkward though, as Inns again will be just taken back by that smoke. They pick up the pace, so looking to try and get onto this site nice and quickly. Icy drops Liaz, but Regali will find that opener Mac. Icy forced back from the site, and now they just have to rotate around jungle side, see what they can do. Flamis very, very quick. Up Diggity here, if he's able to get a catch, but that bomb has already been planted. 4 on 4.
Oh, lovely opening on the retake. Vexite not expecting that. Just peeking a little too deep. Flamis revealing his hand as well. Molly nade towards the broken wall. Netic in an odd position out in the corner, but he still has enough cover to survive. Regali finds his. Netic strikes, and this is looking pretty good for FlyQuest. Few more bullets need to land, and Icy running for the hills. Looking to keep the AWP alive to the next. Or maybe even suffocate the economy some more for FlyQuest there, knowing that that could have been great. But the thought came a little bit too late. 5 to 5, FlyQuest. That A site is going to be utilised. And FlyQuest looking to wrap towards that arch side. Still with Netic over towards Banana. If they get this pick onto Electronic, it could be a full B split. But through the smoke, they find one in the library. Retake of short Flamis. It looked good until it didn't. And Liaz now looking to penetrate straight up this area. Icy over towards the broken wall. Going to be flashed, flamed, bloody mollied, naded, you name it. Forced into that mini pit. And 3 men swinging in front of him is going to be too much to deal with. Man disadvantage. And VP, they got to make this retake happen.
Liaz almost taking the head off for Regali there as well. 21 points of HP. They have to be ready for this flank from Fame. Coming up Diggity now. They absolutely are. Netic watching it from the grave, but will he be able to make it out? Or will he be the Undertaker? Absolutely. Netic finally getting back on towards the board here. Molotov is going to make it very, very hot for Regali, but it's the exact same trade, and Liaz finds the fight too. Much better response. FlyQuest bounce back, and they take the lead here, Mac. 7 to 5, but still a hell of a lot of work to do in towards the CT half. I'm absolutely biased towards Australian Counter-Strike back, but one thing we suck at is a CT pistol, so they're taking some activity here. Liaz looking down mid. Will find the opening onto Flamis. They swing wide, nice and low, but it's a great anti-flash. Somehow, though, Regali and Vexite are getting it done. I am not seeing, but I am certainly believing. As Electronic is left all alone here, he's got a full belt of utility. Only one member that he would need to overwhelm towards Banana. How's he go for this fight? He's not even found it. Vexite will collect the bag, and FlyQuest have done the unexpected and unthinkable. Great opening here for the boys. 40 seconds now, as you mentioned. Smoke towards Carps, going to give it some additional time, but the speedway does come down from the side of VP. So both Regali and Liaz are going to be forced into a bit of contention, but Regali has been having a banger so far, 16 to 7. We'll need some support from Liaz, but again, only with the MP9. It's not the best weapon to do it. Great flash in, but In's going to be murdered by Electronic. Nicely done. Now they start to wrap around Mac. This is where the chokehold can make it awkward. They push forward. Regali really wants to try and find something here. Icy and Flammus have been tagged up, but Electronic will find damage. Vexite saves him, able to hold on, but Vexite needs to find way more. Vexite, what is going on? A Molotov onto site, Mac. That could make it awkward. Netix picked it up. How have they done this? Icy in a 1 versus 2. He's managed to get the bomb planted. Do they have enough time here? Are they going to be able to find this response? Mac holding true. Icy just making sure he uses that utility to absolute perfection. He's found the damage onto 1, tapping onto the defuse Vexite. It'll have to be 4. He's shouldering it out, and now he starts to run away. There is a kit in hand. He's sticking onto it. Vexite holding, but he's not going to be able to do it. Icy finds the clutch, but Vexite had no business getting as much damage dealt as he did.
But the bomb, look at it, still about to force its way through bracket here.
Yeah, pulled the rotate entirely though. Inns has got an inkling here. Netic able to find Flit. That could be huge. They've got the info now. How much damage? Vexite finds Electronic. Okay, they have to pick up the pace here. I think this is a massive blunder coming out from Virtus.pro now, Mac. They've got 3 players here. If they're able to find the damage, Liaz just keeping them at bay. Now moving up Diggity. Flammus has been tagged up by that nade. 1 shot away from Regali. Able to connect with a shot. Even another Molotov trying to go back towards the site, but it doesn't happen. Flanking from Netic. This is awkward. It already looks like Virtus.pro have called for the save. 1 peek in from Liaz, but that's just enough to keep them interested. And yeah, they're pulling away completely. Netic might get the info, might hear the audible, but enough is it enough, and the round is done for FlyQuest. Oh man, Virtus.pro, what the hell is going on there?
What do VP do here? Mostly uncontested here towards Banana. Inns, no utility remaining. And as we hit that 50-second mark, we are going to see Netic start to bring the firepower back across. Inns caught on the jiggle. Not a good place to be losing this round. But VP now with the man advantage, with B-site fully in their hands in a moment once they clear out all the nooks and crannies. This is going to be a difficult one for FlyQuest to decide what to do. There's nothing in the coffers. And you know, if you can't get that pick, if Netic didn't hit anyone, you just have to save.
Yeah. I suppose Regalia and Inns do have enough money, so it's just an immediate pull away, call for the save, make sure they get it done. But that could have been a round for FlyQuest where they could really start to cement their victory, as I mentioned, start thinking about Dust 2. But this all of a sudden opens up the economy a little bit more.
And still a molly in the back pocket for Netic to drop if he needs to. And he probably will. Vexite going to be throwing his down at a good time from the back of sight. The pillar looking damn good, but no one able to see a thing. Everybody blind, but running Flit gets away with murder. Mac 10, the right tool for the movement buff. But now with the 3-man retake from CT, a fresh smoke on that CT choke, you got to think about saving given the situation.
I don't know, man. They're so low. Flit and Fame are really feeling a bit awkward. There's a Molotov down on the side if they do collect, but now they're starting to throw that utility in. A couple of flashes, a HE to pop the smoke. Now they move their way in. Mac all having to clear out the cubby. They do manage to find Fame. Icy from Evox though. Is he going to be able to hold on? He's clutched it out before. Regali's been going big, but it's Icy once more. This man is cold, and he's able to find another round on the clutch for Virtus.pro.
Great timing on the block, but now the pop out bracket instead. Inns is here. Vexite and Liaz able to play off one another with the site pit crossfire.
Oh, Inns.
Okay, here's the timing, and here's a whole bunch of footsteps, gets his crosshair drawn high, but it's Fame that goes low and deals the blow that he needs to. Looking like there may be a wrap potential towards that B site. 20 seconds, a crazy bloody call. Let's see if they commit. They're not going for it, Mitch.
So weird right now, right? You know, 15 seconds to try and get on towards it. Liaz should gather some information. Molotov down to give them some time. A dink up onto Icy. Now he has to force his way in. Vexite could be the linchpin here. Flammus does find one, but it's Icy again. So awkward. 5 seconds. I think he's done it. Yes, he's got it. No time for Virtus.pro to find that plant. And the hero is Vexite. Nicely done. A great round secured there for FlyQuest, but man, it definitely does.
VP feeling like they wanted to hold their economy, but the utility was perfect. Electronic, lovely little banger at the perfect bloody time. Vexite and Netic, the young guns from Oceania, are out of the round, and things get incredibly more difficult now.
They had the right idea, didn't they, Mac? The flash was up. Oh, Flit in the corner, not going to get checked, surely. Even if Inns gets one, it could be massive. Regali does get the trade, but that should give enough time for them to start to march up towards this site of A. Liaz only with an MP9, not the weapon you want to do it with. Regali's walking his way over. Nade goes in. Liaz has to fight, has to get aggressive. He's done so much damage, ripping the limbs off of Virtus.pro, but they don't need arms. They don't need legs. They can just throw their torsos in towards sight. And now Regali trying to watch towards Boiler, does get one, maybe tempting fate a little bit here. If he can pick up that rifle, Mac, maybe there's a dream, maybe there's a way, but it's such a bold play. Do you save the AWP? Do you try to win this round? I think he's made the call. There it is. Oh, what a tough decision to make, but it is the wise one, even if it's the less entertaining opportunity.
I think he realizes the financial situation VP have found themselves in, and if he can suffocate the economy somewhat.
So they're really relying on this AWP to try and find something, but they've just been completely starved. If Regali peeks down mid now, there might be an opportunity, but no, timing's not found.
They know.
They're still not overly invested, right? They are taking their time towards B. They posture up now. They've got the boost up. Regali can find a little bit of extra space, but it's just wishful thinking.
And they got that boost up over the better smoke too. Oh, but what's going on there? Looking to fight forward instead.
What the hell, Vexite?
Snatches two away out of nowhere. Answered by a couple of shots on the rifles. But down to a 3v3. There was an opportunity. Vexite falls eventually. And Regali not going to try to stop that plant. Doesn't want to show his hand yet. Waiting to regain vision, but a re-smoke might have just sealed that deal and tied up the scoreline.
Oh my, hang on. Do they have time? Can they even entertain this idea, Mac? Is it just wiser to try and save the AWP? Looks like Liaz has picked up an AK. They're going to be able to get the molly into the right place. Icy going to start to feel the sweat here, Mac, but that timer, oh, it's ticking, mate. It's going to make it really, really awkward. Molotov not going deep enough, and now I don't think there's the opportunity. Oh, they took the risk, but they were not rewarded. It is getting so damn close between these two teams. Tied up 11-11. Make a bloody wish, boys. See how you can go. It was a great effort, a great crack. What's the economy looking like for VP? I guess that's my question here.
Bro, look at that. Oh, I see. Oh, that being said, it's another gun round. FlyQuest should have more in the kit to try and make this work, but it's a faster approach towards the top of Banana, and Nedic's going to be stuck at the sandbags. Flashed forward. Him and Inns teaming up to find the first blow.
Electronics so low. He's actually been taken down, or no! Flamus has killed his captain, going down with the ship.
And kind of playing solo, especially towards long. So if Icy can start find that connection, which he does.
I was going to say, man, a 3v5 is not where you'd want to be if you are FlyQuest to lose this round, finding those opening opportunities. And now there's the question mark from Inns, but they're just playing it so patient. It's going to have to be Netic, who is low on HP, to try and be the hero from back of sight here. They're going to pop up. There's some info gathered, but it's traded. Liaz has to swing, but it's Icy again. This man has just been the denial of service, the attack on FlyQuest. They have to give this a go. The rotation now down Nana from Vexite. Not a single flash, just one HE. Can they make this work in the 2-on-2?
Spacing, no good right now. And you want to be in tradable positions. Icy finally missing, flashing to give himself another go. Oh, and go he shall, but it's Inns to do the striking. And Fame, only 4 kills so far, looking to make it 6 and get another on the board, but the trade too good. And the time is there with a kit for Vexite to come through with the 12th. As soon as Netic gets this information, one smoke to try and block, and Vexite a flash to fight.
There it is. Perfect time for it. They're going to fight their way through, but Netic holding true for just one. Now Vexite has to try and be the hero here. A one tap. At least it buys time. Ice is still low. There could be something on this cross, but Regali is going to hold his trigger. Gets the information. Fame will be denied. Push back towards the site now. The wrap comes around quickly. Mac Liaz is going to have to be such a king here. He's had a rough one, but now Regali, a little pop flash in. They're doubling up on Connector. Fame will take him. Oh, Inns still alive somehow. Ice is so low. Same with Fame. Inns gets in, dives straight through the HE, and now it's Icy in the clutch. Can he find it from the corner? He was so good here from Evo, but this time he will be depressed because he cannot find the round. And FlyQuest, well, you know the rest.
Not again. I thought I saw a third on the horizon for Icy clutching it up again.
Dust 2, there are no prisoners that can be held here, right? You know, once a team gets rolling, they can start bowling and make it very, very uncomfortable for the other. So looking to get in towards lowers already. The Julies and the HE, my God, about to move into the meat grinder. But Vexside somehow gets the job done there. Inns only tagged up by 26. So it's a good start here for FlyQuest. They were certainly ready for that lower dark member. And now Icy just to try and spot the line. Taken down by Regali. What is this? Well-oiled looking CS from FlyQuest right now. Only just the one member in Fame to try and hold down from the windows. When will he peak? He does get one. Regali gets felled, but it's going to be too hard for him to find this surely, right? Last member coming through CT, and he's actually not that keen on it right now, Mac. It's going to be 4 alive for FlyQuest finding the pistol here. That's 3 pistols, if I'm not mistaken, so far.
Yeah, love that. The layered flashes as well, coming up the B ramp, just not allowing Fame to do anything else from the back of sight. And Flamus just going to look to save up a little bit of dosh in the back pocket with a few kills here on the exits. Very dangerous so far. You saw him do a lot of the groundwork for VP over on Inferno. And a chance for him to do some scouting here at mid. Jumping across. Oh, look at the body tag. Oh, and even the bag.
Yeah, it goes in for the repeat.
Dangerous there, trying to make his way up to short. And now we're going to see a nice flash, enabling the short members forward. Electronic with a big whiff, but the follow-through is true. Oh, and Liaz 2 going to be hitting the ground. Netic 1v3, tested. The newcomer to the team, untouched so far, spots the shoulder. And we'll see Flit at close range. Molotov defend them away. And a flash to maybe keep on fighting here, but a scout shot through the wall. Icy just keeps on doing more and more work. And we'll finish it with a nice one straight to the dome.
Man, how does he even have the confidence to repeat that angle? It's a 2v1, play the advantage, but he just swings high and dry and rips his head off straight through the door. Closed down. A little bit awkward there. Inns getting caught immediately. And yeah, you know, we're just giving, singing the high praises of FlyQuest for that opening round, looking nice and clean. But
where we going? Hinge smoke. And 4 through lower. Good timing on the break. T's not exposed, but will go through on the second attempt. And with an AK looking straight at you. Those crosshairs, dangerous to run into. So cancel the plan, make a new plan. And that's with sight set on A for FlyQuest.
Slowly making their way up. They've got to obviously close the distance with those techies. And Electronic does have the Molotov, so it would have to be a pretty quick run out. They do find the timing, slipping away from the molly. So we do see a rotation to come in from Icy again. He just seems to be everywhere at this point in time, keeping them at bay. B would be the right choice with those techies, but as I said, it's always a challenge to try and make this decision. They've got the singular smoke in the hands of Regali. Is he going to use it to clear out mid? He very well may. Yes, it is. Getting that one down. Now, it will be a 4-on-2 towards this site of B. But very, very retakeable here. Flit's going to be in for a potential rude awakening here. But no, he will find the opening. Vexside gets one. Flit with 2. But it's back to this 2-on-3. How are they going to be able to find it? Liaz narrowly manages to slip the net, get the bomb back on towards the side. They can pick up some weapons here, Mac. If they've got the time, they can slow down this offense. But Liaz will only be holding on to that one. Has a molly, has a flash.
Yeah. Picked the incendiary up when he went back towards the top of window. Over towards big box. There's a solid position to play off one another, but he might not get a shot to. Underarm flash to maybe make this happen. Blinds himself more than the CTs. I say that, but the shot is huge. Icy again, though, able to come through with the refrag. But all totaled up on the B site makes things harder to get in, although it's just that MP9 and Fame continually showing himself. Flash across the top. Goes a little right. Yeah. Hits that little knob instead. And Fame close range. That's a great place to be given the tools. Icy continuing to fight, but worried about an upper bust. Oh, can't get that one. Inns takes his head off. And a 3v3. They'll get this bomb down.
Yeah, if he hit that, all of a sudden it might have made it really, really rough for FlyQuest. Regali's position, very, very powerful. Inns with the confidence, but maybe he doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Regali holding on to this position should catch Flamus, and that is the round done. Electronic wants no opportunity back into this one. Wants no bar of it at all. But yeah, man, that certainly got a little bit too close for comfort, right? Not pressuring Fame with that MP9 quick enough. And then Icy just focused straight on towards the tunnels here. Liaz is going to start marching in. I think Regali is on for the flank here. Electronic drops 1. Damage dealt, but there's Inns. He's picked up a 4K with this AWP. He is so back in the server right now. Massive opportunity to get him off nil. Oh, they're going out long here, Mac. This is going to be an all-out barrage right now. Flamus forced off the line. Flash is there, but it's going to be Icy again. Looking poised, but they're happy with that long control. Not going to overstay their welcome. Just slotting into that position. Already looking for Fame as well here. Will Inns find the timing? Oh, it's a little bit awkward. But he does get one, and that's the advantage going their way. But look at this dive immediately back in from Flit. He's going to be able to respond immediately. And now it's awkward because they don't know where to pull for this. They've got 2 members up short, 1 member in tunnels, and now they're going to have to keep their eye there. The Molotov's going to go down. They picked up the pace. They're trying to go off the back of this call from Inns.
That's a great read. Flit, the molly, followed by the smoke, will buy so much time.
They're going to go through this.
Yeah, FlyQuest going to be forced to go through. In comes the banger from Regali. It's
Great
good,
flash.
And the spray ain't hitting. Flit shooting blind. And that's the B site in the grasp of FlyQuest. But can they get this bomb planted?
Electronic.
Nah, surely
straight
not.
through. Back,
Surely
no
not.
way.
Get that trade. Oh, what's
Let's
he
drop the
doing?
bomb. At least, Icy and Flamus have already called the save before the bomb's even gone down, is all I'll say. That's the only kind of saving grace in this round for FlyQuest. But look at how nervous they are. Vexite not looking keen at all, having a feel like they're still in the site. They're both so nervous. Both these teams not giving an opportunity at all to slip up any further. Electronic takes a risk, but there was only a minor reward for it.
Mid-B smoke is there, but the read from VP is insane. Every player on that A side of the map. This must be something FlyQuest have done before, and Icy is so bloody ready.
Just about to make sure they don't overlook Electronic at car as well. There's the first from IC. Vexite already taken down. They do go on the low line, but he just does narrowly get off, narrowly missing another shot. Electronic was cleared from the car. IC, though, finds another. They've got to be so careful of this man, but they take him down. Now spotting another towards short. There's Netic activating, but he's taken low. Has to pop off the peak, and the gun is in his hands, and now getting close. It's awkward, but Regali is there to pick up the pieces, clean up on Isle Dust too. And Long.
Progression utility. AXX coming through, and they drop into CT. A lot of teams loving this recently, and Vexite ready for the dry push from Electronic. Icy now on the ramp, needs to fight for himself. The flash is there, Flamus too, assisting from Long, and it's looking like a very solid sight hold, but the molly could make it disjointed. Regali stuck at the elevator, will be able to connect his, and to the 2v2 with a 1 man remaining. 40 on the clock, Liaz has a chance to turn this around, but if you go towards Long at all, you're pretty much nailing the coffin.
Where does he go with this? It looks like he is kind of tempting fate at a potential long approach. Icy's just kept his booty in close. Not wanting to fight that at all. Liaz, if he gets the information, but he's going to have to put his foot on the accelerator very quickly, my friend. 15 seconds left to go. Dropping through tunnels. They surely should have a bit of an inkling as to exactly where he is going, but it's going to be very, very tight. I don't even know if he's going to be able to cross here, Mac. It should just be Flamus who's able to pick up the pace straight on in. A flash to find the cross, giving it some time. Flamus, though, wanting to try and move in. How quickly does he go? He might be a little bit late here, but no. Liaz cannot get off the plant quick enough, and that is a great response and recovery from Virtus.pro. They hold on to their economy, but only 2 rifles left in play.
FlyQuest must have some tells for them to go for this. Reading the mid-B split. And over towards window, Flit just waiting for the flash to go for the perfect timing. Catches a man with util out, but it's Fame to do the striking. And now from underneath the window, Flit, lovely crosshair placement to find himself the double. Good flick, but Electronic on the back of sight needs to be dealt with, and Regali is a solo mission right now. Molly towards the window to buy the space, but the time now flipping, and it's VP that got to go forward.
Solo mission typically found on Gillinor, not today. This time he is in the form of Regali. What kind of conjuring is he cooking up right now? Actually looking to go out the doors, but Flamus finds the right timing. Man, I want to tip my cap to Flit in that round. The amount of frags that he was able to find. Was it Flit or Fame? Either way, triple F.
Good timing on the pop flashes. RC forced back towards the car, but this time Flamus in pit. He's going to do some soul searching. HE towards blue should get some free damage, but off the back of that, he needs a helping hand, and then comes the bangers from his teammates, but he won't be able to strike true. Electronic and Icy able to at least find a trade, but in the meanwhile, Inns lurking up a storm up short and finds both those A-site members, almost Flit too, as he flicks back. And a man advantage is there for the Oceanic boys, but they still need to cross, and there's no smoke to do so. Regali on the wide line, and Liaz close, but that furious smoke denying the help. It's Fame to get the trade. And Regali in another clutch situation and gets it done with a Glock of all things.
What are you doing, Leah?
It's 5 on the board.
No reason. I don't like any of these teams. Not a fan at all. Just here for some good Counter-Strike.
Do some breath work, mate. Come on.
Sorry. That would have been horrible. But they're out. On towards B. Inside the fire. Netic will fight Flit quick on the flank, but he's ready, Regali. Able to find that one. Nicely done. He's certainly breathing right now, but Electronica goes quick. Doesn't go through, though. Still holding on. The old B site very, very hard to take, but look how close they are already, Mac. Not looking to get that plant. Regali will deny another from the man from Romania. Holding on. This is the final opportunity. They have to get in there. Icy and Flammus. It's a miss of yin and yang, but Icy, unfortunately, he is too concerned for the flank.
I love that out of
1v4.
FlyQuest as well. In amidst all the chaos, just not opting to try and force the plant, tapping it multiple times and forcing VP to go for those sneaky smoke pushes. We saw a lot of that yesterday up against Liquid, but this time FlyQuest are much more ready. And a push from Netic all the way up the guts. He's going to be in a great position to deal with anything coming out lower tunnels, but that's if they go that way. If Vexite falls, the B site is open for the taking.
Really, really is now. He's looking to get that information. Smoke goes down, but he might be a little bit too late, old Vexite. Does get denied. Flammus immediately finds that one. In's getting one on the cross, though. Could have potentially saved the round. Smoke does go down towards doors. In's trying to get a little bit dirty, getting activated, trying to deny this plant potentially, but no. They pull away. Just keeping that one member in towards lowers in Flit. But they're going to wait for the full retake here. They're still yet to get this bomb down. They've done well to deny it for now.
That HE has the potential to have huge value, but over towards that double stack, it just doesn't net in behind it. And we got that 4v4 for the retake. FlyQuest going for this every day of the week, and it's a flood in from the window side that they're looking for. Bodies on the line in, leading the charge. An Electronic tucked away on the car side. The Glock's not ringing as much as you would like, but there's plenty of time for the CTs to successfully get this one defused.
He gets away with so many of these big kills. Now starting to march their way through, Mac. This is where the test is going to start to come through, but they're so ready for it, FlyQuest. Everyone, but 20 seconds. They've just got barely enough time. What's Electronic doing?
It's a weird variation of what they did on the pistols just before, but again, it's just so late. It's too late to make it work. So late, in fact, that that smoke has faded at CT, and it allows Regali from range to take out everyone on the B ramp. You're just squeezing out way too many seconds here, VP. Going faster towards the gun round. And not much room for error now for VP to try and get back into this game. Regali, lovely maneuver to go above and beyond the Xbox there, poking his head towards Sui.
And now with 50 seconds left, they do creep their way up short here, Mac, but with Icy taken down, it would have to be a massive play from Fame, Flat, and Flammus. What are they going to be able to do here? Final kind of rounds to really make something work. It's time.
Molly to sight, forcing them out into the open, but maybe that's not exactly what you want. The double setup though, and Netic still tucked on Goose, with attention drawn towards Long with Liaz and no one clearing Netic. This may just be the deal sealer. 12 on the horizon, but Netic will fall. And still time to plant, and still time to frag. Flit gonna be doing God's work. Vexite up short, can't deny the plant. But he has gained a whole bunch of space. And Flit on the trash may just be able to catch a timing. Finds the first and spins for the second, but he won't quite connect. And now it's time against FlyQuest.
Oh, man. There was almost a world. Flit had to be the hero. But unfortunately, it is Vexite, the villain. Put two V's together, Mac. That spells W.
And Netic will let them know no one has gone towards that B ramp. Vexite may start to make a move down back towards that A site to just bolster the defenses.
Again, Mac.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell VP are doing. They want to go so late at long. Icy setting up some late utility, but they can just go dry. They're still going to commit to the flash. in spotted now on the short side. Vexite going to start to put a bit of a wrongdoing on this round, and it's going so well for FlyQuest. All 3 remaining VP members over towards the long side. High-low set up for the CTs, and this one should be done. 10 seconds to plant, and Icy needs to get a wriggle on, needs to hold that W key, and needs to have full faith in Flit to have his back, but the spray is here, and the time is gone. Job done. 13-6, 2-0. FlyQuest, the boys, are one step closer to the playoffs.
They have got a win on the board at IEM Melbourne. They've got to be stoked with that one. They look happy. The newest edition of Netic